Hello and welcome to the 2025 Bob Johnson Bracket Breakdown for Class B Boys Section 3. We have the seedings here. They've just been announced, and we're going to run through the bracket here. Again, this is the Class B breakdown, and our breakdown here provided by Bob Johnson. So let's get right into it. Play-in game is going to be Sherburne-Earlville. They're going to be the 16 seed at 6 and 14. They will host Canastota, who came in at 3 and 17 as the 17 seed. That game will be played tonight at 6 o'clock. The winner will go on to take on the number 1 seed, Marcellus, at 15 and 4. That game will be played next week, and obviously the number 1 seed will host. In the 8-9 matchup, Little Falls will take on Herkimer. Little Falls coming in at a 16 and 4 record. They will host on Saturday at 3 o'clock, and they'll take on the Herkimer at 12 and 7. Our first Frontier League matchup here, the Lowville Red Raiders in the 4 seed. They will host Pulaski. Pulaski coming in at 10 and 8 in the 13 seed. Lowville will be hosting tonight at 6 o'clock at the Lowville High School. So Lowville, a really intriguing matchup. We actually have Zach Shambo here to talk about their postseason opportunity here. Coach Shambo, how's the team feeling going into postseason play?
We try to design our schedule to be pretty tough. So that way, when we get to this time of the year, we've hopefully played in a lot of big games, and a lot of high pressure games. So, we're used to it, and certainly looking forward to hopefully playing our best basketball this time of year.
So, Coach, pretty quick turnaround. Obviously, you just got seated, yesterday morning, and now playing tonight. How does that affect you guys?
A little different than usual, but it is what it is. Everybody's in the same boat. So now with this Bradley Terry model that they use for the sectional seedings, I like it. It rewards us for playing a hard schedule. So it's nice to have the 4 seeds. It's nice to be able to be home. That's for sure. And then hopefully, if we fortunate enough to get by Pulaski, to be able to be home again, that's a huge advantage for us.
Yeah, great stuff, Coach. Anything you might have missed? Maybe a message out to all the teams here in Frontier League.
Just if I could just say good luck to all the teams in sectionals from the Frontier League, both boys and girls. Hopefully, we have a few of us can make a run.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Coach. So, Coach Zach Shambo, pretty confident going into postseason play. He's had a lot of success as a coach. Really, kind of robbed of a state title when you think about it because of through those COVID years. You got another good team here. Isaiah Spence, obviously, someone to watch out for. But you've seen them this year. Take us through what you think for Lowville.
Yeah, they're a really well-rounded team. They've got a lot of guys with some size and athleticism. Spence is a terrific shooter, provided he can get open. He's got a lot of talent. He pretty much single-handedly carried Lowville to a win against Potsdam earlier this year. We mentioned them in our A breakdown. South Jeff boys, that was a tough win for them when they beat Potsdam. Lowville beat them too. So, but Spence was the real catalyst in that one with 8 threes in that game. The other big player for them is Michael Fail down low. He's got a lot of size, really strong on the glass. Good team all around. Maybe a little bit better than their record might indicate, but a lot of fun to watch, and really looking forward to that matchup against Pulaski for them.
Yeah, they had a chance at a Frontier League title here. I mean, they had to upset Watertown to get to that game, so a lot of momentum going into postseason play. I know they didn't end up winning that Frontier League title, but they played South Jeff, really hard. They could probably take some of those lessons and go to postseason play. Connor, take us through some more of the bracket.
Yeah, after that, it's the number 5 seed Holland Patton, 13 and 7. And tonight they'll take on Solvay, 5 and 15. They're the 12 seed. That's at 6 at Holland Patton. After that, the 2 seed Phoenix, 15 and 4. Tomorrow they'll take on Clinton, who's 4 and 16 rather, the 15 seed. And then Mount Markham, the 7, 15 and 5 against General Brown, another Frontier League matchup to talk about.
Yeah, General Brown coming in at 9 and 11 this year, but the thing about it is that they played better than the record all year long, right? They were right there, and they got a trio, kind of a trio of good players that could get hot in postseason play, and then to me, that's an easy pick for an upset in the first round here, taking on the 7 seed Mount Markham Mustangs. Don't count out the General Brown Lions.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw them this year lead Watertown for 50 minutes of a game. I mean, they were just all over them, and then ended up coming up just short at the end of that game. But the only reason they had built that lead was the shooting that they were able to put together. Dawson Foley, Luke Dupe, Brendan Lee, Drew Pauly as well. All those guys were electric from beyond the arc that night. If they do that in the sectionals, they could beat just about anybody because they were banging them in from just about everywhere. And it didn't matter how deep it was a 3. It was going in.
Yeah, the 7-10 matchup, however, pretty difficult because, you don't want to look down the line, but you have the tendency to do so, especially when it's a bracket format.
Yeah.
And your next matchup is going to be that 2 seed.
Yeah,
presumably without a major upset. And so you'd be going on the road to play Phoenix at the 15-4 record. So tough matchup there for
sure.
General Brown, tough draw. But at the 7 seed, I like their odds against Mount Markham. So we'll see if they can pull it off there as well. Rest of the bracket here, we have Skinny Atlas at 11-9. They're the 3 seed. They're going to be playing APW at 9-9. They're the 14 seed. APW obviously going on the road for there. And to finish out the bracket, the 6 seed Casanova at 10-9. They will host the 11 seed Jordan Elbridge, coming in at a 9-11 record. So that's the breakdown here for the Class B bracket. Takeaways here. I like Lowville to make a long run. I like General Brown to come away with the first round upset.
Yeah, absolutely. I think both of those are well within the realm of possibility. Having seen both of those teams this year, a lot of talent, and especially the way the game has really started to go the last maybe 10 or so years. If you can shoot the 3 ball, you can beat just about anybody if you get hot. That's one of the big weapons for that General Brown team. So one to watch out for, upset territory for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Marcellus is going to be tough to beat. I know Phoenix is up there as well. Those are really the number 1, the number 2 seed is kind of, where I'm going to pick for the team to come away with a championship this year.
For sure. Having not seen either of those teams, it's hard to make a real statement about their talent level, but clearly you don't get to be the 1 and 2 seed in a section that's quite as stacked as it is in Class B as this one. So a lot of talent on those teams without a doubt. And again, just always hard to bet against a team with that much success and that much of a track record, but absolutely.
Yeah, Red Raiders and Lions in the Class B bracket. We're rooting for them both to go as far as they can. Go out and support them. Like you said, we have Lowville and Pulaski at Lowville. That'll be tonight at 6. And then General Brown on the road at Mount Markham. That's going to be Saturday. So if you can go out and support them, please do. This has been the Bob Johnson Bracket Breakdown, Class B for Section 3 here in 2025. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, Bob Johnson. Go out and support these players. They've earned it this year. So good luck to our Frontier League teams.